What's going on, guys? It's Connor from M Creek Renovations, and this is episode 3 of Clocking Into the Night Shift. Still working on our bathroom renovation. I laid out the tile pattern. We're gonna go about halfway on each tile and just kind of have that staggered look. We're gonna be installing a 24 by 48 inch tile, just absolutely massive. I ended up buying a suction cup grip to be able to move the tiles and set them into place. They're that big. I want to lay at least 1 to 2 rows tonight, maybe even 3 if we're lucky. But if you're new to the channel, me and my wife have spent the past 2 years renovating our house. We had a fire in our garage that caused smoke damage all throughout the property. It ruined everything, so we needed to rip it all down to the studs, upstairs and downstairs. So we ended up getting a new HVAC system, new electrical wiring, floors, kitchen cabinets, bathrooms, everything needed to be ripped out and replaced. All the videos are out on our YouTube channel, so after watching this video, go check it out. Yesterday, I went to Home Depot and picked up everything that I needed. 1/2-inch trowels, more thin set, the 2-part leveling system, and that's pretty much it. But enough talk, let's go ahead and lay some tile. What I'm gonna do now is, because I know my tile spacing and my whole tile layout, I'm gonna mark a control line. I'm gonna snap a line, one end of the bathroom and the other. That will be my control to make sure that while I'm laying the tile, it all remains straight. We have our line set. Now it's time to mix up some mortar. The game plan here is not just to load up the 5-gallon bucket with as much mortar as you possibly can with as much water just to knock it all out in one shot. It's to slowly add water, add thin set, mix it up, add some more water, add some more thin set until the thin set's all the way mixed up and you're shooting for more like a pancake batter type consistency. The first piece will be laid right here. So I had a 1/4-inch trowel, but I decided to upgrade to a 1/2-inch trowel. The grooves are bigger. I just feel like it's gonna have a better coverage for this size of tile. When I go and pull the mortar down, I wanna pull it towards me. So all the rows will line up. That way when I lay the tile, all the air will be able to seep out. But let's prep the area to lay the first piece. If I don't lay this first piece right, everything's gonna build off of it. Very important that I take my time and get this laid exactly where I want it to be, so we start off on a good foot. Let's set it. Just use the clamps. I don't want to slam it down, I just want to go real nice with it. Nice and easy. But this is going to be the secret tool right here. It's a oscillating tool with a sander attachment on the top, and then I just put a piece of LVP and then taped it all together. Because that tile's so big and it has so much surface area, I'm going to use this vibrating tool and just kind of hit all 4 corners and just make sure it's really down on the mortar, nice and tight. So that was just laying one piece. We got a couple more to go. Let's go ahead and break out this tile cutter for that piece in the corner. If you've never used one before, it's got a small little blade on there that you want to score the tile with, just going back over one time. There's a raised edge. When you flip the cutting piece up on the tile cutter, there's a little bow. That's gonna put pressure on the tile in that ridge, and then it's gonna go ahead and make for a clean break. Oh, this thing is a piece of crap. It's not what you want. Pro tip, always keep a sponge on you to make sure you wipe everything down. It is terrible when you go back and you don't clean up after yourself and you come back the next day and what looks like brand new tile when you first lay it down is now smeared and kind of foggy, and then there's thin set all over it, and it just takes so long trying to get it off. So if you do the prep work before actually finishing, so wiping everything down, making sure there's no mortar left over, especially if you're gonna come back to it and this is a multi-day process, you wanna just wipe everything down and just be as clean as possible. I know it's easier said than done because I have thin set literally on my shirt, it's just everywhere. We just got done laying the first row. I think it looks pretty good. Again, I stayed along as tight as I could to that control line, so I'm gonna just build it off of that first row. Still gonna be using the clips in the leveling system. That's gonna be huge in trying to keep everything straight. There's no offset tiles so that when you're walking on it with your bare feet, it doesn't stub your toes or anything like that. Something that I didn't buy was those, almost like, it looks like a pair of vice grips, and that will push that piece of angle in farther and it'll just kind of pull it up even more. I've just been using it by my hand. That's maybe something that I need to invest in probably tomorrow once I finish tonight. But yeah, let's go ahead and just keep chipping away at it. Maybe we'll lay this second row and then kind of see where we're at with how much mortar we have left. Let's get back to it. I'm capping it off for tonight. What I need to do is take this leveling clip, place it in every spot at the very end of the row so that tomorrow the thin set will harden. I can just lay my next tile right on top and use that self-leveling ramp, and it'll pull it up instead of chiseling out an area and still being able to use this. So that's if you're not able to finish an entire room in a day. That's a little trick for you. That's all we got for tonight. I am clocking out of the night shift. We were able to tile 2 rows. Those larger tiles are kicking my butt. I didn't think we'd be using that much mortar, especially spreading it around and back buttering each piece. It just turned out to be making a lot more mortar than I thought. I'm gonna continue to tackle this throughout the next coming days, so stay tuned for that. Also, we're gonna kind of switch back to the shower as soon as more micro cement comes in. I think that's coming in the next day or two. But if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friend, and I'll see you on the next one.